Olá, pessoal! Apresento a vocês mais uma parte do nosso Guia Definitivo em Inglês para Iniciantes. No vídeo de hoje, você vai aprender mais de 100 adjetivos, sinônimos e antônimos, traduções e pronúncia no modo comparativo e modo superlativo. Os adjetivos no modo comparativo são usados para comparar duas coisas ou pessoas, indicando que uma delas possui mais ou menos intensidade de uma característica em relação à outra. Usamos than para indicar a comparação. Adjetivos curtos, como big e small, recebem o sufixo er. Exemplo: This bag is bigger than that one. Adjetivos mais longos, como beautiful, utilizam a palavra more antes do adjetivo e significa mais. Exemplo: This view is more beautiful than the last one. Alguns adjetivos possuem formas únicas para o comparativo, como good e bad, que se transformam em better e worse. Exemplo: This book is better than the one I read before. O modo superlativo é a forma que expressa o grau máximo ou mínimo de uma característica. Em adjetivos curtos, usamos o sufixo est. Em muitos casos, acrescenta-se também o artigo the antes do adjetivo. Exemplo: This is the biggest tree in the park. Adjetivos longos utilizam a palavra most antes do adjetivo, acompanhada de the para indicar o grau máximo. Exemplo: She is the most talented artist in the group. Os adjetivos irregulares possuem formas únicas para o superlativo. Exemplo: This was the best meal I've ever had. Fique tranquilo, eu vou te ajudar a aprender essas diferenças na prática. Repete todas as palavras em voz alta para ajudar na memorização. Vamos começar? Good, good. Great, fine. This movie is better than the last one. This movie is better than the last one. This is the best movie I've ever seen. This is the best movie I've ever seen. Opposite, bad. Big, big. Large, huge. This room is bigger than that one. This room is bigger than that one. This is the biggest room in the house. This is the biggest room in the house. Opposite, small. Small, small, tiny, little. My phone is smaller than yours. My phone is smaller than yours. This is the smallest phone I've ever owned. This is the smallest phone I've ever owned. Opposite, big. Bad, bad, terrible. His behavior is worse than before. His behavior is worse than before. This is the worst day ever. This is the worst day ever. Opposite, good. Hot, hot. Warm. Today is hotter than yesterday. Today is hotter than yesterday. This is the hottest summer on record. This is the hottest summer on record. Opposite, cold. Cold. Chilly, icy. This morning was colder than yesterday. This morning was colder than yesterday. Today is the coldest day of the year. Today is the coldest day of the year. Opposite, hot. Happy, happy. Joyful, cheerful. She seems happier today. She seems happier today. She is the happiest person here. She is the happiest person here. Opposite, sad. Beautiful. Gorgeous, lovely. This painting is more beautiful than the last. This painting is more beautiful than the last. She is the most beautiful person in the room. She is the most beautiful person in the room. Opposite, ugly. New, new, fresh, recent. This car is newer than mine. This car is newer than mine. This is the newest car in the neighborhood. This is the newest car in the neighborhood. Opposite, old. Old, old, aged, ancient. His house is older than mine. His house is older than mine. This is the oldest tree in the park. This is the oldest tree in the park. Opposite, new. Clean, clean, tidy, spotless. This table is cleaner than that one. This table is cleaner than that one. This is the cleanest room in the house. This is the cleanest room in the house. Opposite, dirty. Strong, powerful, robust. She is stronger than him. She is stronger than him. He's the strongest in his class. He is the strongest in his class. Opposite, weak, weak, frail, feeble. Today I feel weaker than yesterday. Today I feel weaker than yesterday. This is the weakest point of the plan. This is the weakest point of the plan. Opposite, strong. Young, youthful, junior. My sister is younger than me. My sister is younger than me. She is the youngest in the family. She is the youngest in the family. Opposite, old. Rich, rich, wealthy, affluent. They are richer than us. They are richer than us. She is the richest person in town. She is the richest person in town. Opposite, poor, poor, needy. This area is poorer than others. This area is poorer than others. This is the poorest neighborhood. This is the poorest neighborhood. Opposite, rich, easy, easy, simple. This exercise is easier than the last. This is the easiest task of all. Opposite, hard, hard. Tough, challenging. This exam is harder than the last. This exam is harder than the last. This is the hardest job I've ever had. This is the hardest job I've ever had. Opposite, easy. Fast, quick. This car is faster than mine. This car is faster than mine. This is the fastest route. This is the fastest route. Opposite, slow. Slow. Unhurried. She walks slower than me. She walks slower than me. This is the slowest internet connection. This is the slowest internet connection. Opposite, fast. Loud. Noisy. His voice is louder than mine. His voice is louder than mine. This is the loudest concert I've ever been to. This is the loudest concert I've ever been to. Opposite, quiet. Quiet, quiet. Calm, peaceful. This place is quieter than home. This place is quieter than home. This is the quietest room in the building. This is the quietest room in the building. Opposite, loud. Dark, dark. Dim, shadowy. His room is darker than mine. His room is darker than mine. This is the darkest hour of the night. This is the darkest hour of the night. Opposite, light. Light. Bright, luminous. Her shirt is lighter than mine. Her shirt is lighter than mine. This is the lightest shade of blue. This is the lightest shade of blue. Opposite, dark. Sweet, sweet. Sugary, honeyed. This candy is sweeter than the last one. This candy is sweeter than the last one. This is the sweetest dessert on the menu. This is the sweetest dessert on the menu. Opposite, sour. Sour. Tart, acidic. The lemon is sourer than the orange. The lemon is sourer than the orange. This is the sourest fruit I've ever tasted. This is the sourest fruit I've ever tasted. Opposite, sweet. Bitter. Bitter. Harsh, acrid. This coffee tastes more bitter than the tea. This coffee tastes more bitter than the tea. This is the bitterest drink on the menu. This is the bitterest drink on the menu. Opposite, sweet. Interesting. Interesting. Engaging, fascinating. Her story is more interesting than his. Her story is more interesting than his. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. Opposite, boring. Funny. Funny. Humorous, comical. His jokes are funnier than hers. His jokes are funnier than hers. He is the funniest person in the group. He is the funniest person in the group. Opposite, serious. Kind. Kind. Caring, compassionate. She's kinder than anyone I know. She's kinder than anyone I know. He is the kindest person I've ever met. He is the kindest person I've ever met. Opposite, mean. Serious, serious. solemn, thoughtful. This topic is more serious than the last. This topic is more serious than the last. This is the most serious issue we face. This is the most serious issue we face. Opposite, funny. Busy, busy. Occupied, engaged. She's busier than me today. She is busier than me today. This is the busiest week of the year. This is the busiest week of the year. Opposite, free. Empty, empty. Vacant, unoccupied. This bottle is emptier than that one. This is the emptiest place I've ever seen. This is the emptiest place I've ever seen. Opposite, full. Full, full. Filled, packed. Her glass is fuller than mine. Her glass is fuller than mine. Opposite, empty. Bright, bright. Radiant, luminous. Her dress is brighter than mine. Her dress is brighter than mine. This is the brightest light in the room. This is the brightest light in the room. Opposite, dark. Heavy, heavy. Weighty, bulky. This box is heavier than the others. This box is heavier than the others. This is the heaviest luggage I've ever carried. This is the heaviest luggage I've ever carried. Opposite, light. Soft, soft. Smooth, plush. This pillow is softer than that one. This pillow is softer than that one. This is the softest blanket in the store. This is the softest blanket in the store. Hard. Sad, sad. Unhappy. She seems sadder than before. She seems sadder than before. This is the saddest movie I've ever watched. This is the saddest movie I've ever watched. Opposite, happy. Angry, mad, furious. He was angrier than yesterday. He was angrier than yesterday. This is the angriest I've ever seen him. This is the angriest I've ever seen him. Opposite, calm. Safe, safe. Protected, secure. This area is safer than that one. This area is safer than that one. This is the safest neighborhood around. This is the safest neighborhood around. Opposite, dangerous. Brave, brave. Courageous, bold. She's braver than I thought. She is braver than I thought. He is the bravest soldier in the team. He is the bravest soldier in the team. Opposite, cowardly. Careful, careful. Cautious. You should be more careful than that. You should be more careful than that. She is the most careful person I know. She is the most careful person I know. Opposite, careless. Parabéns por ter chegado até o final. Não esquece de deixar seu like e aproveita para se inscrever se ainda não fez isso. Te vejo no próximo vídeo.